So let us wage a global struggle against illiteracy, poverty and terrorism. And let us pick up our books and our pens. They are our most powerful weapons. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. In the name of God, the most merciful, the most beneficent. Honorable UN Secretary General Mr. Ban Ki-moon, respected President General Assembly Wook Jemek, Honorable UN Envoy for Global Education Mr. Gordon Brown, respected elders and my dear brothers and sisters. Today, it is an honor for me to be speaking again after a long time. Being here with such honorable people is a great moment in my life. I don't know where to begin my speech. I don't know what people would be expecting me to say. But first of all, thank you to God for whom we are all equal. And thank you to all the children whose innocent words encouraged me. I cannot believe how much love people have shown me. I have received thousands of good wish cards and gifts from all over the world. Thank you to all of them. Thank you to the elders who have prayed for my fast recovery and a new life. I would like to thank my nurses, doctors and all the staff of hospital of Pakistan, UK and the UAE government who have helped me to get better and recover my strength. I fully support Mr. Ban Ki-moon, the Secretary General, for his Global Education First initiative and the UN Special Envoy, Mr. Gordon Brown. And I thank them both for the leadership they continue to give. They continue to inspire us all to action.
There are hundreds of human rights activists and social workers who are not only fighting for human rights, but who are struggling to achieve their own goals of education, peace, and equality. Thousands of people have been killed by terrorists, and millions have been injured. I am just one of them. So here I stand, one girl among many. I not only fight for myself, but for all boys and girls. I raise up my voice, not so that I can shout, but for those without a voice can be heard. Those who have fought for their right to live in peace, their right to be treated with dignity, their right to equality of opportunity, their right to be educated. Dear friends, on the 9th of October 2012, the Taliban shot me on the left side of my forehead. They shot my friends too. They shot my friends too. They thought the bullets would silence us, but they failed. And out of the silence came thousands of voices. They thought that they were to change our aims and stop our ambitions. But nothing changed in my life except for this. Weakness, fear and hopelessness died. Strength, power and courage was born. I am the same Malala. My ambitions are the same. My goals are the same. My dreams are the same.
Dear sisters and brothers, I do not even hate the Talib who shot me. Even if there is a gun in my hand, then I would not shoot him. This is the compassion that I have learned from Muhammad, the Prophet of Mercy, Jesus Christ and Lord Buddha. This is the legacy of change that I have inherited from Martin Luther King, Nelson Mandela and Muhammad Ali Jinnah. This is the philosophy of non-violence that I have learned from Gandhi Ji, Lord Buddha and Bacha Khan. And this is the forgiveness that I have learned from my mother and father. This is what my soul tells me. Be peaceful and love everyone. Dear sisters and brothers, we realize the importance of light when we see darkness. We realize the importance of our voices when we are silenced. In the same way, when we were in Swat, the north of Pakistan, we realized the importance of pens and books when we saw the guns.
The wise saying, the pen is mightier than sword, was true. The extremists are afraid of books and pens. The power of education frightens
them. They are afraid of women. The power of the voice of women frightens them. And that is why they killed 14 innocent medical students in the recent attack in Quetta. And that is why they killed many female teachers and polio workers in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa and FATA. And that is why they are blasting schools every day. Because they were and they are afraid of change, afraid of equality that we will bring in the society. I remember that there was a boy in our school who was asked by a journalist, why are the Taliban against education? He answered very simply by pointing to his book. He said, a Talib doesn't know what is written inside this book. They think that God is a tiny little conservative being who would send girls to the hell just because of going to school. The terrorists are misusing the name of Islam and Pashtun society for their own personal benefits. Pakistan is a peace-loving democratic country. Pashtuns want education for their daughters and sons. Islam is a religion of peace, humanity and brotherhood. Islam says that it is not only each child's right to get education, rather it is their duty and responsibility. Honorable Secretary General, peace is necessary for education. In many parts of the world, in many ways, especially Pakistan and Afghanistan, terrorism, wars and conflicts stop children to go to schools. We are really tired of these wars. Many schools have been destroyed in India in the Central War, victims of child labor. Many schools have been destroyed in Nigeria. People in Afghanistan have been affected by extremism of hurdles for decades. Young girls have to do domestic child labor and are forced to get married at an early age. Poverty, ignorance, injustice, racism, and the deprivation of basic rights are the main problems faced by both men and women. Dear fellows, today I am focusing on women's rights and men's education because they are suffering the most. Girls' education because they are suffering the most. There was a time when women social activists asked men to stand up for their rights, but this time we will do it by ourselves. I'm not telling men to stand up for their rights, but rather I'm focusing on women to be independent and to fight for themselves. Dear sisters and brothers, now it's time to speak up. So today we call upon the world's leader to change the strategic policies in the favor of peace and prosperity. We call upon the world's leader to change that all the deal must protect the women's and children's rights, a deal that goes against the dignity of women. We call upon all the governments to ensure free compulsory education to the children. We call upon all the governments to fight against the terrorism, wars and conflicts. We call upon the developed nation to support expand the support of education opportunities for the girls in the developing world.
We call upon all communities to be tolerant, to reject prejudice based on caste, creed, sect or religion, to ensure freedom and equality for women so that they can flourish. We cannot all succeed when half of us are held back. We ensure freedom, we ensure a bright, we want our sisters around the world to be brave and embrace the strength within themselves and realize their full potential. Dear brothers and sisters, we want education and peace for every child's bright future. will continue our journey to a destination of peace and education for every child's bright future. No one can stop us. We will speak for our rights. We will bring change through our voice. We must believe in the power of our words. Our words can change the world. Because we are all united for the cause of education. And if we want to achieve our goal, so let us empower ourselves with the weapon of knowledge and let us shield ourselves with unity and togetherness. We must not forget that millions of people are suffering from poverty, injustice, and ignorance. We must not forget that millions of children are out of the school. We must not forget that our brothers and sisters are waiting for a bright and peaceful future. So let us wage a global struggle against illiteracy, poverty, and terrorism. Let us pick up our books and pens. They are our most powerful weapon. One child, one teacher, one book, one pen can change the world. Education is the only solution. Education first.